Hi, my name is Casey and welcome to Hobby Homestead. Today I'm going to be showing you how to deconstruct or cut up a whole rotisserie chicken. Now, you could do this with any whole cooked chicken. This is the method that I use for any whole cooked chicken. And you could use like thawed out raw chicken as well. Obviously, it would be really hard to cut up a frozen chicken. So here I am just taking off the string that ties these rotisserie chickens together when they're cooking. And I had this one sitting in the fridge for a little bit so it kind of melds in there with some of the oils and fats on the chicken skin, but it wasn't too hard to remove. Just make sure you get it all. You don't want that cut up in your meat. And then I am starting with taking the legs off first. These you can just rip off at the joint. It sounds a little bit gross, but that is honestly some of the best way that I know how to do it. You could take a really sharp knife and hack at it. I just find it's cleaner and easier to rip some of these pieces off. So next you're gonna remove the thigh. So that's where I'm making a little cut here, and then you can kind of pull that one away. And there's pretty much two of everything on the chicken. So the other side, same thing, removing the thigh. I am not a professional by any means, so you're looking at the layman's version of this. So it's not perfectly a clean cut and it's not perfect. Next I'm gonna take the wing off, so you can just pull that right off. There's a wing on the other side. Just take it right off at the joint. All right, now you're left with the main body. So there's a breastbone, which is what I'm showing here now. And then you want to cut angled a little bit away from it. And this takes some practice to get to learn how to do. So you're cutting off the breast right now. And I like to make a cut down and then a cut in to pop that off. Now I'm not perfect, so again, I'm gonna have to do some cleanup on that. If I were a chef doing this every couple of days, I would be able to make a lot better of a cut. But this gets the job done. So find the breastbone, cut down alongside of it, and then cut in. And that breast should pop off. Now there's lots of extra meat on here, so you'll see me cleaning this up. I'll get in there with my fingers because I take every single piece of this bird, especially since this isn't being served for any type of holiday meal. My plans with this bird right now are to freeze this for future recipes, be it soups or casseroles, something like that, where I would use chopped chicken. So I showed you how to deconstruct your bird, and then from there, pick off all the meat, and I don't care if it's dark or light, so I got everything. And then you'll actually see, I keep the carcass for later. This I'm going to make stock with later, so I try not to waste anything, I really do. Even if some fatty parts or skin, whatever comes off, I'll toss that into my freezer so that I can make some stock with it later. So then I am dicing this chicken up. So the breast first is the obvious part to start with. There's no bones to deal with in there. And then from there, I pick all the bones out. And then those will go to my stock. That one went to my cat. The rest of them will go to my stock making adventure. And make sure you pick everything off and then you chop it up as fine as you want. And I just use my fingers to feel and search for the bones in the chicken. And you'll see me place those bones off to the side. I'm saving that for the stock again. The wings are feel like a lot more work than what they're worth, but that's okay. And then there's some tendons on the leg bones that get into the meat, so you'll want to be aware of where those tendons are. Otherwise, they're going to be really tough, chewy. Sometimes they're hard and crunchy, not quite like a bone. Some cartilage you get in there, so just be careful with the legs. And there's all my chopped chicken, and then you'll see my carcass. Now, because I am going to freeze this, I'm actually going to do it by weight. So I got out my kitchen scale, and then I like to freeze it in some Ziploc bags or the zip top bags. But you can use this in a recipe right away, or however you like to do it. I'm just showing you my method. So then I'm going to take my chopped chicken, place it in my bags, and weigh it. And then at the end, I'll show you how much I got. And then I like to write on the outside of my bags, so I'll write the pounds, what's in the bag, even though most of the time I can tell what I've put in bags, but especially the weight matters, especially in recipes. And then I roll these just to get the air out. I don't have a fancy vacuum sealer, so this is what I do. That's good enough. I got almost 2 pounds of chicken for about $4.